Hello and welcome to your twin flame reading for the month of March 2023. If you are called to this, if you feel like you are a part of the collective, if you are on a twin flame journey, or if this is just curious to you and you don't know what a twin flame is, then you're probably meant to be here and to listen to the messages. It could be that you're just starting your journey. Maybe you're just starting to awaken. Maybe you've already met your twin and you're currently in a separation, or perhaps you're even in union. There's always something that can be had or taken in from these kinds of messages. So with twin flames, it's this cerebral, heart-centered connection. And I mean, we can do tons of videos, and if you do some deep dives in YouTube, there are so many knowledgeable mystics and shamans who can tell you all about it. I plan to make some myself, but for now, I'm just going to do a reading. So this is about you and your person and the connection as it is right now for the month of March. So let's dive in, shall we? Shall we? So I'm going to pull an overall energy from the Gaia deck. The month of March for the Twin Flame Collective. Intuitive communication. Silent whispers of the heart. Okay, I'm actually going to read that, but interesting because prior to filming, in meditation, I heard, unwrap your woe. And it feels almost like it was like this intuitive response as well. I love that right here we've got 43, and 4 plus 3 is 7, which is a very spiritual number. Silent whispers of the heart. Actually, where did I put the book? I think it's over here. Hang on. 43. Let's read that. Where is it? Here we are. This card confirms you have a natural psychic ability that can be further developed and expanded. But in order to develop this innate gift, you must pay greater attention to your intuition. This can come in many forms. For example, it can be a gut feeling, an unusual or unexpected thought, or a subtle and silent whisper that seems to flow from your heart. Close your eyes and be aware of all you feel around you. The universe is alive. The earth and nature are living energies. Whether you know it or not, there is an aspect of you that is in constant communication with all of creation. You are therefore also in constant communication with everyone and everything. All that you need to expand this wonderful ability is within you. Start to listen to your inner voice and learn to trust your vibes and natural instincts. You are about to discover a whole new way of being. So the affirmation in that is, I focus on my inner world. I am one with all creation. All is energetically connected. I trust my intuition. My awareness expands through love. So that's something that you can repeat to yourself. And I do feel like when we start to release, as in looking at your fears, acknowledging them. Sorry about the sirens. I live by an ambulance dispatch, and sometimes it is the weekend. Sometimes on the weekends it's just a little bit nutty. So it turns out today is a little bit nutty with them going. So I do apologize for that. They're going right by my place. So loud. Okay, so what I was saying is that when we take a look at our fears and we acknowledge the things that are our triggers, our traumas, things that have probably come up within this connection, which could be the reason why you do have issues, why it's so great in the beginning, and then there's usually some sort of blow up or just a parting of ways. It doesn't need to be like drama, but there can be a parting of ways, which usually has to do with some sort of big trigger. Acknowledging them and then releasing them. So just sort of giving them over, just relaxing your body and trusting that you're going to be taken care of. That all of this is, part of divine plan. That will start your journey into awakening, and it'll help your gifts to start blossoming if they haven't already, which usually when you come into, these type of soulmate connections, our gifts do start to really come to the surface. So you might notice, you're waking up at 3, 4 in the morning, you're getting, you're getting really strong headaches here, you're getting heart palpitations. There's so many different things, but you might notice that like you're hearing your name when nobody's around. Just words, or like you're seeing symbols and signs, or angel numbers. So there's a lot. Pay attention, be aware, and then start to do your own digging and research. Why did 444 come up? Or, I keep having this reoccurring dream where this person and their eyes are glowing or something. I don't know. I'm just, coming up with anything right now, but don't take it for granted. If you remember a dream, if something is standing out to you, that is a sign. And kind of maybe look into it. Say, what does this symbol mean? And then all of a sudden you're going to start like rolling into this, and your gifts are really going to start to blossom. So in twin flame connections, oftentimes, it's a very telepathic type of connection, communication. So you'll meet on an astral level in dreams where it's like your two higher selves come together, and you can have that kind of connection. Or, you might just, hear them talking to you. It could be in your own voice, but it's them. You just have this knowing of kind of a communication. So bear that in mind, this intuitive communication. Okay, so why don't we get into it, and I'll see what your energy is in this connection for the month of March. The collective. What is collective's energy? So some sacrifice. So maybe you're realizing right now that there are things in your life that kind of need to move over for this development. It feels a little bit more like spiritual connection, like you're just getting more in touch with spirit. Like you would rather go out in nature alone, than maybe getting together with some friends. Or you've just maybe set some boundaries in your life with people, social groups, work, things like that. It does feel like you're sort of taking stock and assessing your life and creating some boundaries. That sacrifice isn't exactly, I'm getting this light feeling where this feels like a good place for you. Just letting go of some things in your life that don't really maybe serve you anymore. And you just feel a new path. All right. What about the person in this connection? Solitude. So perhaps this feels like your person has been going inward, much like the hermit, and they feel like they are on I feel like they're almost a little bit ahead of you in this, where they've been on a spiritual path themselves, an inward journey on their path and purpose. It feels like they're gaining divine wisdom, and they're aligning themselves. What did I also hear? I heard in my meditation, I'm just remembering this now, it's kind of coming back to me. Something in tune. It was something in tune, and I saw like a line. So maybe that had something to do with the chakra system, which is interesting because there is a tower, and it kind of goes along down into this person who is connected to a book, which, you know, it's gaining wisdom from the divine. And this chalice or tower is almost like the crown chakra, kind of absorbing spirit divine and aligning the chakra system. It feels very, very purposeful, like this was part of the path. Okay, let's see what we've got going on in the past position. What have we got going on in the past position? We've got 9 of Wands. It feels like there have definitely been like this, I feel some anxieties, but I'm also hearing passion, like a passionate response. So perhaps there was a lot of passion between you, and that was like maybe you connected on a physical plane, and that was what you had. But I'm feeling like there's also like this alchemy too, like by connecting, it was like you transcended, and the vibrations between you were just this, were so joyous. It was so passionate. It was so beautiful. But now that's kind of turned into your anxiety. Maybe because you don't have it right now, or maybe because you thought that that's all that it was between you two. Let's see what your person's past position is like. Okay, so 3 of Swords. They're kind of, I feel like they're almost feeling the same thing. Like they had to walk away. Like they almost couldn't handle that. Perhaps there was someone else involved, and it could be someone, it could be something. It feels like they felt heartbroken about this because they felt like it was so in tune. I'm hearing that again. So in tune, but it was almost overwhelming. Let's I want to see what the current situation is like. What is the current situation like? So 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. I want to bring it back to the beginning. And I want to bring it back to the way it was in the beginning, you know? And I just feel like they're in their head, sort of, you are sort of in your head. And maybe that's why you've also been on this path of letting things go, because you've seen, now you've been enlightened to what you can have. And since I feel like it's two people in separation. And since you've been separated, you've kind of value so much what you know that you can have. And it's like, you're not going to settle for anything less than that. And it's like, you've been kind of forced in that recognition to let go of some of the trivial things in your life that, you know, before didn't really feel trivial, but they were taking up time and space. And now you have this other, you just feel more purposeful by letting those things go. And I'm hearing solitude, even though that's their energy, but I feel like you are, like you're taking time to get more grounded and getting more in tune with yourself and listening to your inner world. And that just seems so much more important to you. Just things are coming to light. Okay, what about their current position? What's going on for them right now? Okay, so they're sort of in this place of creation right now. Like they're starting from scratch, and it's like they've gained some wisdom and they're putting it to action, but feeling just so brand new, but that this is part of the, like, this structured new plan. Like, it feels very almost bashful, and there's sentiment involved, like some nostalgia, and they're creating this new life with spirit involved now. Like they are taking it one step at a time, but it feels like they've really been doing their own work and feel like they're in a really good place to start, I don't know, moving forward, creating a foundation. But it's like Spirit's leading the way to in this foundation. But they're feeling like, I don't want to say timid, but just like one toe in front of the other. You know what I mean? They're kind of stepping into this new world, and they don't really know what's going on, but they've decided that they're going to let go and let God, and, you know, trust what unfolds for them is part of the path. And I think that you're the one who set them on their path to this. And it has this sense of like so much gratitude, even though, you know, there was some pain involved. But it's like they gained so much knowledge from the time that you spent together. Okay, so what would the outcome be then for you? Nine of Swords. I feel like it's more of a letting go of fears. Can I get a... It's like that's what, like all of the things that you had in the past that were your life, it's like you can see yourself letting go of cycles, but it's like you're just kind of starting into this path of figuring that out, and you're almost like wondering, how will I be if I let them go? But let me just clarify the Nine of Swords here. Oh, because that's going to lead you to your abundance. And it's like you've kind of assessed that already, And so you know that by letting go of these patterns and cycles, you know, that you are going to ultimately be successful in this, and that this is going to be, whether it's in union or with self, you feel like, I think that's what it is. What you're kind of almost saying, like, whether, you know, it's in union together or union separate, like with self, then either way you're abundant. Either way you've won. And the only clear path is to create it yourself, which is what you're starting to do, What do they think the outcome will be? King of Swords. I'm confident in what they've learned from you, from this connection, from spirit. They've gained divine wisdom, and they're imparting it, and they feel like they're so intuitive that they're almost feeling like they're giving this gift to you as well. Like, you know, this gift has been bestowed to both of you, and they now feel like they can shine that light and give that in service to others, almost like they know that they can help others in this as well. So I feel like they believe that you are coming into union, and that this is going to be something that you can share with the collective. There's like, oh my God. I just got this rush from like my chakra, my sacral, up through my heart and into my throat, and it just swirled and grew in my throat. And like as I'm saying that, I'm staring at the heart in the tree trunk, which to me is representing the throat and the throat chakra to use your voice. And there is union here. I think it's actually going to be a physical union in real life, because you're so in tune. You've aligned. You're making yourselves whole, and you're letting go, and you're trusting this path. And there's going to be union. I want to see what you might have to say to your person. I want you to chase me. I think that that's your ego right now. I think that that's something that you're starting to recognize that you need to overcome, because you will meet on the astral planes in dreams and have that you'll have a different type of spiritual connection of communication. But I think that this is what you're sort of trying to let go of that want of being the runner chaser. And what would they like to say to you in return? What would they like to say to you? What would they like to say to you? I feel like I'm losing you as they were going inward. Yes. As they were trying to let go of this passionate connection that started out, absolutely. As they were stepping, you know, into this new life with not knowing, not feeling you, not knowing if you will ever come back together. Yes, they do. But at the same time, they've been a part of this knowledge that letting go is part of union. Is there anything else that you would like to say to your person? Is there anything else that you would like to say? I ran away from myself and not you. So you were the one that kind of made that first leap away. And you possibly regretted that. And, you know, that whole runner chaser wanted to come out. And I think that you were able to kind of work through that. Is there anything else that they would like to say to you? Is there anything else that they would like to say to you? I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys had something really intense, right? I think that this whole situation of your gifts opening is a very intense time. Awakening is super intense, and that is overwhelming. But it's not to say that they're not moving forward, because they are. They are moving forward. And I think that you can expect either one of you to reach out. I have a feeling they will reach out to you. And it's going to be a very peaceful, lighthearted message in some way, shape, or form. Or you'll end up like, there'll be some synchronicity where you actually have this like meet cute, where you were just put on your path, and you were put on your path together. But I think that you can expect to find union at some point this year, but it's coming together. If not this month, then this what it's working towards. And just continue to go inside, continue to let go of the things that are triggering you, acknowledge them, release them, trust in the divine, and start to do your own digging and research in this awakening, which can be really exciting. All right, collective, that's it for your twin flame reading for the month of March. Okay, and I will see you in April. Take care. Bye now.